Did you know that some of the most powerful and legendary objects mentioned in the Bible have never been discovered? Across centuries, the Bible has been the foundation of spiritual belief, a historical document, and an ancient narrative that continues to shape civilizations. But while its stories are rich with meaning and symbolism, many of the physical items it references, tangible pieces that could link us directly to the past, remain elusive. From ancient weapons and monumental towers to sacred artifacts inscribed by the hand of God, these objects have stirred imagination, inspired quests, and challenged historians for generations. The Bible isn't just a book of moral teachings. It's a chronicle of epic events and sacred encounters, battles fought, miracles witnessed, and divine covenants made. Within its pages lie references to awe-inspiring structures like the Tower of Babel, mighty weapons such as Goliath's sword, and sacred objects including the tablets of the Ten Commandments and the very cross upon which Jesus was crucified. These aren't minor details, they're cornerstones of biblical moments that shape the narrative of faith. And yet, despite the best efforts of archaeologists, theologians, and explorers, many of these items remain missing. For believers, these items are powerful symbols of God's work in history. For historians and skeptics alike, they represent an intriguing intersection of myth, religion, and archaeology. Over the centuries, many have tried to find them. Some have claimed to possess fragments of the true cross or relics believed to be Goliath's sword. Others have dug through ancient Mesopotamian ruins, searching for the Tower of Babel. But no conclusive evidence has ever emerged. This series explores 5 of the most famous biblical objects that, to this day, have never been found. From ancient stone tablets to legendary weapons and lost architectural wonders, these mysteries continue to captivate the world. The Tower of Babel is one of the Bible's most compelling and mysterious stories, yet no physical trace of it has ever been found. According to Genesis chapter 11, verses 1 and 9, humanity once shared a single language and migrated to the land of Shinar, believed to be ancient Mesopotamia. There they began constructing a massive tower intended to reach the heavens, a bold symbol of unity and ambition. But God, displeased with their prideful motives, confused their language and scattered them across the earth, halting construction. The city became known as Babel, meaning confusion. The Sword of Goliath, used by the young shepherd David to slay the mighty Philistine giant, is one of the most famous yet elusive weapons in biblical history. Described in 1 Samuel 17, the narrative tells of how David, armed only with a sling and a stone, defeated Goliath and then used the giant's own sword to sever his head. This act not only secured David's fame, but also became a defining moment in Israelite history. Later, in 1 Samuel 21:9, the sword reappears when David, fleeing from King Saul, retrieves it from the sanctuary at Nob, where it had been preserved. But after that brief mention, the sword vanishes from the biblical record. No further details are given about its fate, sparking centuries of speculation. Some believe the sword was lost during Israel's many battles and invasions. Others imagine it hidden away or revered as a relic, though no known artifact matches its description. Given Goliath's legendary size, the sword is presumed to have been enormous, possibly ceremonial in design, with craftsmanship reflecting Philistine or Canaanite styles. Yet, despite excavations in ancient Philistine sites like Gath, no conclusive evidence of such a weapon has surfaced. Whether real or symbolic, Goliath's sword remains a testament to one of Scripture's most dramatic victories. Its absence adds a layer of mystique to the tale, inviting both believers and scholars to reflect on its meaning. Like many biblical relics, it lingers in the space between history and legend, powerful in memory, even if lost to time. Perhaps no artifact in Christian history holds more symbolic power than the cross on which Jesus was crucified. According to the Gospels, Jesus was executed by Roman authorities on a wooden cross outside Jerusalem. His death and resurrection are the foundation of Christian faith, and the image of the cross has become its universal symbol. Yet, despite this significance, the actual cross, known as the true cross, has never been definitively found. Tradition holds that Helena, mother of Emperor Constantine, discovered the true cross during a pilgrimage to Jerusalem in the 4th century AD. From this discovery, numerous relics claiming to be pieces of the cross spread across Christendom. However, skepticism grew as the number of relics increased, some claiming there were enough pieces to build an entire ship. Modern scholars and archaeologists doubt any of these fragments' authenticity due to lack of verifiable provenance and the fragile nature of ancient wood. Moreover, historical records provide no clear account of what happened to the original cross after the crucifixion. Roman practice likely involved reusing or discarding wooden crosses, making it improbable that Jesus' particular cross was preserved. Despite excavations around Jerusalem and centuries of searching, no artifact has been definitively linked to that crucifixion event. Still, the cross remains central to Christian belief. Whether preserved physically or not, its symbolic significance transcends time and material form. Its mysterious absence has done nothing to weaken its message. Instead, it reinforces the idea that faith often rests not on what can be seen or touched, but on what is believed. The stone tablets of the Ten Commandments, said to be inscribed by the very hand of God, are among the most sacred and legendary items in the Bible. According to Exodus, Moses received the tablets on Mount Sinai, where God gave him laws to guide the Israelites. In a dramatic moment, Moses shattered the first set upon seeing the people worshiping a golden calf. God later instructed him to carve a second set, which was then placed inside the Ark of the Covenant. However, both the tablets and the Ark have been lost to history. The Ark of the Covenant, a gold-covered chest designed to hold the tablets, was central to Israelite worship. Carried into battle and enshrined in the tabernacle, it symbolized God's presence among his people. But by the time of the Babylonian destruction of Jerusalem in 586 BCE, the Ark had vanished from biblical narrative. Its disappearance has led to centuries of speculation. Some believe it was hidden beneath the Temple Mount. Others claim it was taken to Ethiopia, and some suggest it was destroyed. Without the Ark, the fate of the tablets remains a mystery. No archaeological evidence has surfaced, and no ancient inscriptions have matched their description. Many scholars believe the tablets were symbolic, representing divine law rather than literal stone artifacts. Yet for others, the hope persists that the actual tablets may still be hidden somewhere. Though physically missing, the Ten Commandments continue to shape legal and ethical systems worldwide. Their enduring legacy proves that even unseen relics can leave a permanent mark on human civilization. Across thousands of years, the Bible has introduced us to a host of sacred objects, structures, weapons, and holy relics that once played crucial roles in divine narratives. And yet many of them, including the Tower of Babel, Goliath's sword, the true cross, and the tablets of the law, have never been found. Their disappearance isn't just an archaeological curiosity. It touches the core of how humans relate to history, belief, and the unknown. For some, these items once physically existed but were lost through war, destruction, or the erosion of time. Others see them as purely symbolic, teaching moral or spiritual truths rather than providing historical evidence. Whether fact or metaphor, their impact is undeniable. These relics, or the stories about them, have inspired pilgrimages, research, theological studies, and even pop culture. Their very absence has fueled imaginations and driven both scholarly inquiry and personal faith. Perhaps the enduring mystery of these lost artifacts adds to their power. If these objects were to be found, placed in a museum, and cataloged by scientists, would they still carry the same spiritual weight? Their unseen status allows them to remain timeless, not bound to geography or decay. They live not only in sacred texts, but also in the hearts and minds of those who believe. Ultimately, the Bible's lost artifacts challenge us to think beyond what is visible. Whether buried under centuries of earth or existing only in the sacred realm of faith, they continue to remind us of humanity's eternal quest to touch the divine.